Hey guys, and thanks for joining me for yet another video. In this presentation, we are going to be making beef pho. Yes, I'm going to get into that video with you and show you how easy it is to prepare. Now, this is the quick and easy version. Hey guys, and thanks for joining me for yet another video. In this presentation, we are going to be making a beef pho. Now, pho is a Vietnamese soup. I'm going to show you the shortest version I know of how to prepare it. For this, we're gonna need quite a few ingredients, and I'm gonna basically show you what I have regarding seasonings and fresh stuff in order to prepare this. So for starters, I have some Angus beef, which is AAA. So all I did with this so far is I took it out, I cleaned it, and I seasoned it, and then I put it back in the fridge to soak since last night to today. So it's just been soaking. I also have some pre-cooked roast beef and some Montreal style smoked meat. I use this as the finishing touches at the end. So those will be used. I'm using some bean sprouts. I'm gonna use some baby bok choy. I'm gonna use a bit of cilantro, maybe a cup chopped. I have 4 stalks of green onions, they're pretty big. Some fresh thyme, I have 2 leaves of it, Spanish thyme. 1 lime, 2 onions, up to this is not quite 1 cup of brown sugar, but that's the maximum I'll use. Some beef stock, and some beef concentrate to the chicken one that we always use. Also some cinnamon, some ground clove, some aniseed, some fish sauce, some minced garlic, and minced ginger. I went ahead with some rice vermicelli, the thinnest kind, super thin, fine hair noodles. So to begin, what we're gonna do is we're gonna use a huge soup pot, and we're gonna put 6 cups of water in there to boil to start, and then we're gonna start seasoning and bringing that water up to flavor. I'm also gonna prep my vegetables and stuff. Hey y'all, so I got all my veggies and stuff prepped. This is our green onions. I have half of an onion that's been thinly sliced. I have half the portion of meat that I showed you that's been halved and quartered, because it's been halved and then cut again. So that's the roast beef and the other meat there. I have 1 lime that's been cut into little quarters, and the cilantro. Now on this plate I have there were 2 onions, so this is an onion and a half here that's been just roughly chopped. This is gonna go into the stock, as well as our Spanish thyme, the 2 leaves been chopped, and this is a quarter of our green onions. And over here, as you see, we saved the tips of the cilantro for the dressing. This is the dressing plate for after. And then we have the stem here that we're going to use. I also have the bean sprouts. I have it soaking in some cold water just to rehydrate it. I also have the bok choy that's just been destemmed, so it's been singled out. I'm gonna just be blanching this, which means I'll get some really hot water ready and I'll have it dip in there for a few minutes. I also took out the portion of rice noodles. It's just 2 handfuls, as if you were doing spaghetti. And then of course I have my seasonings all here ready to go. My beef has also been sliced. So first, my water is on a boil. Like I said, we did 6 cups of water on a rolling boil. It is going right here. So first I like to make my stock and let that develop before I proceed with the meat. So I'll get the flavor right on the stock. So what just went in there was the plate of our onions and green onions, Spanish thyme, and some of our coriander. So that's the first step. First, I'm going in with 1 tablespoon of beef stock mix, 2 tablespoons of beef concentrate, half a cup of brown sugar, just half of this, 1 tablespoon of cinnamon, 1 tablespoon of clove, 1, 2, 3 tablespoons of aniseed, 1/2 cup of our fish sauce. Then we're going to go in with 1/2 tablespoon of garlic, minced garlic, a heaping tablespoon of ginger. We're going to give these items a mix. I'm definitely going to be tasting this for flavor. And if the flavor is the way I want it to taste, then we're going to be adding our beef to it. But for now, I'm just going to stir this in and taste. So guys, the flavor is just right for me. I put in all those seasonings that you just saw. The only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a bit of chili flakes. I'm going to add about 1 teaspoon. Of course, this is optional because I know some people aren't really, you know, into that heat, but I just wanted to give it a bit more of that flavor. So now we're going in with the beef that I cut. I'm going to just add them in single strips that I cut them in. As you could see, I singled them out, so we're just going to add. So all the meat has been added to the pot, and we're going to allow this to cook. My stove is on a medium-high heat, and I'm going to be setting a timer for 1/2 hour. And that's just to get these flavors all infused. Hey guys, so my 1/2 hour timer went off on my stock mix. So everything in here is pretty much ready to go as far as the flow is concerned. So what I did was I took it off of the heat and I put on 6 cups of water again to get to a boil. I have a tablespoon of chicken base and a tablespoon of cooking oil and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So now that this is on a rolling boil, what I'm going to do, I'm just waiting for it to actually start to roll boil, and then I'm going to just be putting in our... So now that we got the rolling boil I was looking for, I'm going to just be dousing our bok choy in there. I'm going to cover it down and I'm going to allow this to cook for anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes, more so 3 minutes because it was on a rolling boil. So I'm going to fully cover it and allow that to cook for 3 minutes before I check it again. Okay, so it's been exactly 3 minutes. And what we're gonna do, I have a bowl right here and I have a scoop. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be removing the bok choy from this broth. And then I'm gonna be replacing with the noodles. The noodles is gonna cook in the same sauce just to give it a bit of flavor. So now that we removed our bok choy, we're gonna replace the bok choy with our noodles. Now our noodles is gonna be on a medium-high heat, which it is right now, and we're gonna allow that to cook for 10 minutes, and then we're gonna just drain it off, and it will be ready to go. But I'm gonna stay here until this actually goes down in the pot a bit more, and then I'll allow it to cook for 10 minutes once the roll. So now that our rolling boil has started, we're gonna set a timer for 10 minutes because we don't want to overcook this. I'm actually gonna do it for 9 minutes, and then we're gonna drain this out. Hey guys, so here I have the noodles. They've been drained off. I just have it sitting here in the pot that it cooked in. So yeah, so now we're gonna be just building our cups of pho. So I'm just gonna start by putting a substantial amount of the noodle into the cup. I'm gonna be making 2 at a time here, and we'll continue with the rest of our ingredients that we have here on the side as well. So next we're gonna go in with some of our bean sprouts. Next we're gonna go in with some bok choy. So next I'm gonna go in with a few strands of onion. I have some fresh basil that I have growing, so I'm just gonna put 3 of those in. I'm gonna put some green onions, some cilantro. Next we're gonna go in with some of this meat. So next we're gonna go in with our broth and some of our meat. So So the rest will be broth all the way to the top of the bowl till everything's submerged in it. Hey guys, I just wanted to come back and show you the finale. For me, I put a bit of oyster sauce on the top, as well as some Hoisin sauce. So yeah, that's all I did, and that's everything you saw us put together here. And I just wanted to come back and show you the soup. Yeah, so try it yourself and you'll enjoy it. It's the quickest way to make pho, and I guarantee you it tastes so damn good, y'all.